From the park, clumped together as one of those random Jersey parks, comes a new for 2016 ride that you cannot ride in 2016. And that goes for that ugly thing wrapped around it too. Is that even open yet? Yes? No? It is? Jeez, it's about time. And you thought Galeforce pulled a bigger lightning rod than Lightning Rod. Wild Waves just pulled a bigger lightning rod than Galeforce. Gaze at the first of its kind S&S multi-launch coaster, a completely new design that is absolutely nothing like the Skyrocket 2. I don't know why people even compare them, they have nothing in common. Especially not the mid-launch sending you up halfway, faster backwards launch sending you through a half-twist, full speed launch into the highest point, steep drop into a non-inverting inversion, and then going back to the station where you fall backwards to a stop. Nothing alike.
Should have gotten a B&M.
You may recall when Playland's Castaway Cove was home to a Zier Flitzer and a Pinfari Zyklon. And if you didn't understand a word I just said, neither did I. Now watch as the two largest roller coasters, which were both equally terrible, are torn down, leaving nothing left but Pirate's Gold Rush.
I made sure to stop here because I wanted the credits, but all that was open was the kiddie coaster.
Rip. Now sit there in disappointment as you wait for Seaside Park to make an opening day announcement, which never comes. That is, until the park decides to at last open the ride later than take Six Flags to open a super loop, but I digress.
Should have gotten a Vekoma.
Whoa, wait, what? What happened to B&M?
I'm over that.
Decide to make the trip out to Playland's Castaway Cove by first choosing not to visit the beach conveniently located right next to the park, and instead be one of those weird people that goes to the amusement park that most people didn't even know was there. After struggling to find a place to park, walk through the residential area and gaze up at the two coasters towering above you. Notice the beautiful blue color and not so carefully crafted track formations. Oh, and that trash they left right next to it. After entering under a giant pirate ship and walking through the arcade, make your way straight to the three coasters all shoved into the amount of space that most parks would use for a queue. Enter the station and receive the metal detector treatment a la Universal Studios and board the 12-passenger vehicle, sinking into the really low-to-the-ground seats. Pull down your B&M vest restraint, but actually good, and proceed to sit there since management won't run the ride until the train is at least half full. So, 10 minutes later, prepare to accelerate in one of the weirdest launches you could ever experience. I mean, not only does it start off super slow and decide to take off a few seconds late, but it rattles its way through the whole launch. Like, how did you even manage to do that? The train literally feels like it's gonna fall apart.
So let me get this straight. The park opens Galeforce a year late, and then it has the strongest rattle I've ever felt. Where is the logic in that?
Seriously, you know you have a problem when your brand new ride is rough. What'll it be like in 10 years? Where will the coaster be then? Ah, that's actually kinda sad. Hey, Galeforces. Not this one, like real Galeforces. Pop up into a weightless moment before flying backwards through the station and up into a partial twist. This time into the third and fastest launch, reaching a top speed of 64 miles an hour.
Should have gotten a Togo.
After completing a twist, peek up to the top of the 125-foot-tall tower, getting a great view of a bunch of ugly buildings.
At least with Hydrus, while I was going down, I got to see the ocean, and there was a nice dolphin jumping up and down. On this, I'm looking at concrete. Come on, you can't just flip it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could have just flipped it. But in all fairness, this was built before Hydrus, so they automatically had an advantage. Kinda funny though, they both opened the same year. Coincidence, maybe?
Oh my gosh, what the heck? What's your deal?
I am so sorry. I run a boardwalk in New Jersey, and my competition just announced they're building a new roller coaster. I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
Dude! I love roller coasters, man! Oh, I love them.
Yeah, great.
Wait, if your competition is building something, that's not good for you, right?
Exactly. Unless I build one too!
So, just because your competitor built a roller coaster, you're going to build a roller coaster just like that?
Yeah! 2 roller coasters!
Now I just gotta find someone who can build a good coaster.
Well, that's convenient because I interned for Gerstlauer.
Can you get me a coaster better than theirs so I can beat them at their own game?
Yeah, no problem.
And I want it to open before Galeforce.
That's not possible, unless...
I could sabotage it so it opens late. Whoa, whoa.
Well, no one really goes to the beach to ride roller coasters anyways, but who cares? Now we got 2 legit coasters on the beach. I mean, what's next? Coasters in the mall or something? Well, no one really goes to the mall to ride roller coasters anyways, so who cares? Fall into a 100-degree drop because the 97-degree drop on Hydra's just isn't good enough, and pull up into one of the strangest transitions one could ever experience on a roller coaster. And actually, that goes for just about every moment on this ride. Like, it's not quite an inversion, but it's not a banked turn either, nor a top hat. I mean, RCDB doesn't even know what to call it. We need a name for it. Oh, we got 10 of them up for grabs rejected from Storm Chaser. Twist out of the Rickroll and fly up into the Rock and Roll, diving down and rotating through a Swiss roll, and finally through an Honor Roll, thus taking you back to the station, in a ride I keep forgetting isn't from Mack or Gerstlauer. I mean, it looks like one, feels like one, probably smells like one, likely tastes like one too, but definitely does not ride like one. Yeah, probably a good thing the park is tearing down the entire ride just to rebuild it. I don't know how you mess up that badly on the rail alignment, but it is a sign S&S should stick to their free spins. Except those aren't that good either. Yeah, maybe S&S should just stick to drop towers. Although those are just kind of mediocre too. Don't worry, S&S. Just copy other manufacturers' ride types and change them a little so you can be the Chinese knockoff version of Mack or Premier. It'll work great. Gale actually kind of forceful. Take notice of the storm-themed ride and wonder why Kentucky Kingdom didn't copyright the Galeforce name first. Now, at that place in Ocean City.
Should have gotten a Pinfari.
Shut up.
Dang it! I'm wet!